Boy, it feels good, and it's always a great day to be a Tar Heel. Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the Duke, North Carolina postgame preview as those number 7 North Carolina Tar Heels fed another loss. The season sweep, break out the brooms, baby, on the number 9 Duke Blue Devils, 84-79. Woo, boy, that boy Cormac
I'm
Ryan, that
telling you,
man just knows
man.
how to get it going, don't he?
That
He's so
man's
good, boy.
still shooting threes in the Cameron Indoor.
Oh my gosh, man. I am getting, dude, once again, I get super close on another prediction. I had it 80-78. If only, man, if only I could get another one in, I'd feel good about myself.
Hey,
But
man,
good
need to get them live
Lord.
bets. You need to get them live bets put in.
It's already, we're in South Carolina and it's legal here already. I know it's getting ready to be legal up there in North Carolina pretty soon, but maybe I need to hop on that thing, man. You never know. I might can make me a dollar or two, maybe 50 cents or something like that.
Drop your boy some, drop your boy some knowledge, cause I need to make a little extra side money myself. God, man.
I like the smooth, crispy jersey you're wearing. I'm not at
Oh
home,
yeah.
so I'm in my truck sitting currently right now, talking to you guys, and man, this is fun. But what do you say, man? What do you say we hop into this glorious game that we had?
Uh,
And also, we have to thank one special person. Thank you, Coach K, for being in attendance tonight. Thank you,
thank
sir.
you.
We
Oh
appreciate
man,
you and all you
get
do up
that,
there at Duke basketball, man.
get that man his
Cooper
flowers. See,
Flag in the building too.
maybe he'll switch up. Maybe he'll be like,
You know
this is the wrong
what? You
shade.
know what? Maybe I
This
don't
is the
even care if
wrong
he comes to us
shade.
or not. He could just go somewhere else. I don't even
We don't
care,
need
bro.
him.
I'm about sick and
We
tired of
don't
hearing
need him.
about this new recruiting class they got coming in. Oh, great. That's all good and grand. I don't care, bro. Carolina basketball all the way. All right. Let's take a look at this. Now, I'm not able to look at stats go back and forth like I normally am because I'm doing this on my phone. So I've got them written down on a bank envelope. So I'm going to try my best here. But the man that led the pack tonight, the top leading scorer on both sides for both teams, and also the Voya player of the game, number 3, Cormac Ryan, with 31 points, going 8 for 12 from the field, 6 of 8 from the three-point line. And I talked about this man in the preview and prediction that I saw, and I liked it. Somebody called him on Twitter the catch and shoot Cormac. And by God, what did he do? Catching and shooting to start the game, getting everything, scorching them nets hot. And boy, he got off to an amazing roll. That man played a great game. And by God, I've already saw it. I don't know if you saw this yet on Twitter or not. I don't know if you've hopped on yet, but someone put a picture of Cormac and a picture of Brady and said, "Tell me the difference." Bang, bang, motherfucker. Let's go, baby.
Well, I love me some Cormac, but Cormac don't hold a candle to Brady. So,
Yeah, I still have to take
uh,
Brady in that matchup
uh,
right there. That's for sure.
Brady, what Cormac has it. Well, I don't know. Brady kind of really locked up on the defensive end in the towards the end of the season. So, that boy Brady Manning, he was. It didn't matter catch and shoot off the dribble. In your face, wide open.
That's right.
He
That's
was a
right.
bad man, hand down, man down. Can't get in the league though. Don't know why.
Nah, he's doing really good in the Australian league from
Yeah,
from
he
what
gonna
I'm
make
seeing. By the way,
he
too,
gonna
he's
make
doing
his
good.
money. He gonna make
Oh
his
yeah,
money.
absolutely. But the second leading scorer for the night, Harrison Ingram, a guy that came out just like he did in the previous Duke Carolina game in the Dean Dome, come out aggressive and finding his rhythm, backing down guys, and even knocked down some big shots late, especially that shot over Filipowski there towards the end of the game. Big man being strong and using, and everybody's talked about his strength throughout the season.
Yeah, he's
He's
strong,
a strong fella.
real
He might
strong.
not look physically strong, but he's a strong boy, and he uses it to his advantage. And bullies some guys around and pulled out 14 points on 10 rebounds for himself and had himself a fantastic night. The team shot 45% from 3 tonight, 7 of 15 for the Tar Heels from the 3-point line, 50% overall from the field. Elliot Cadeau and Seth Trimble both had 2 steals tonight, and the team shot a total of 18 free throws with hitting 15 of those 18. Real quick thoughts on North Carolina's performance defensively for you.
Oh, defense! I mean, that's where this game was won on the defensive end. North Carolina came out in that first half. North Carolina really came out in that first half and just locked them down defensively. Every loose ball, North Carolina was first on the floor. They was giving Jared McCain 0 looks at the basket from behind the arc. Proctor, he got left wide open a couple times. He kind of heated up there for a little bit, hitting a couple threes in the second half. But for the most part, man, this was that North Carolina defense that during that 9-0 start in the ACC that we really saw where they just locked you down defensively.
Yes.
And you wasn't going to score. I mean, they still got in the 70s, but I mean, this is one of the best programs. They're one of the best programs in the country. So they got a lot of scores, a lot of people that can make tough shots. So I mean, of course, they're going to get theirs regardless. One way or the other. So, but I thought the defense was top notch first half, and they didn't really. It's throughout the course of the game you're gonna have some mental lapses, and you're going to give up an easy one.
Yeah.
But I thought for the most part, this is probably one of the best defensive games. This defensive effort is right up there with the defensive effort they saw when they saw him in the Dean Smith Center. Yeah, that's where North Carolina really earned its money tonight, was on the defensive.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, after I posted the preview and prediction, somebody was commenting down in the comments, and I kind of got talking back and forth, but he made a great point. And, Carolina's got to come out and they had to play aggressive defensively because, Duke come out tonight favored. It was 4.5 points when I did the preview. It jumped a whole nother point to 5.5 coming into this game. And senior night, everybody's going to be excited and looking forward to it. You knew that Duke was going to come with everything, and they were going to try and punch you in the mouth so, very quick. And, Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe Duke had a lead at any point in this game at all. They never, ever led. And the only time they led in the first game was they scored the first basket, and it was 2-0. And after that, they never got it. They came in close. Carolina was up 15. Came and they let it go, and it came all the way down to a 1-point game. And Carolina was able to lock down, defensively right there, and keep them from scoring and potentially, carrying that momentum and flipping it over into a lead. Correct. Never did. Never did. I love it, T. Murray. I absolutely love it, bro. But Carolina did a great job tonight defensively, and a lot of their defense carried over into their offense, and for them to come out and score 84 on also a Duke team that's very good. I mean, they're pretty good defensively as well, and you definitely saw it in that second half. They really stepped up and kept trying their best to keep Carolina from scoring, but it just felt like it, kind of like in the first game. Whatever Duke would throw at them, they would absolutely just have an answer for offensively, and you needed that. Because if you let a couple scores keep on going, and I think of the ones like the Cormac big three that Cormac hit, and then the later one by Harrison Ingram on Filipowski that I alluded to just a few minutes ago. They absolutely needed that, and for them to come out defensively. And yes, Filipowski had 23 points, Proctor had 14, McCain had 19, Roach had 13. You remember in the first game there were three over 20.
Over 20. McCain, Roach, and Filipowski. Proctor only had like 2 points in the first game.
Proctor had I think he only had like a couple of points or something like that. And one of the biggest helps for North Carolina offensively, because outside of Cormac and Harrison, RJ only had 9, and also I believe Armando only had 9. And 4 of 11 from the field for Armando Bacot. He wasn't having his best game. And, just trying to get some – I felt like he should have gotten a couple more fouls called. Unfortunately, did not. But especially, in the later part of the game, right there in the final 2 minutes when he was down there, got blocked, and they call it, 2 different blocks. I felt like, I saw some contact in there. Hey, you'll live and die off of that. But, just to – I don't know if it's, just a subpar night from Armando, because I felt like the commentary team hit it perfectly. Filipowski was picking up fouls left and right. And, with him playing with those fouls, I felt like Armando should have probably been a little bit more aggressive. But, kind of like I've spoken, maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. But, the system that Hubert's trying to run offensively, it seems to me like they're running. I mean, you've talked about this, like a Golden State style system where, they want those catch and shoot threes. And guess what was a big plus for Carolina tonight? Catch and shoot threes. So maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. But I would have liked to saw a little bit more out of Armando. But hey, he did his job, and he went out there and he was a force in the paint. Pretty sure he got a block shot tonight too, as well. If I remember, kind of early in the second half, I believe it was, or maybe midway through the second half, I believe he got a block shot, or somewhere in that time. But what really helped North Carolina, and they showed it up towards the end of the game, was the points off the bench per team. Duke, I'm pretty sure at that time, and I didn't get to check this after the game was over with, but midway to later half of the second half, they had only had 2 points off the bench, and Carolina had 14. Jalen Washington coming out there and giving you a little bit of a spark out there. Seth Trimble coming out there, and like I said, him and Cadeau with 2 steals each, creating some stuff there, and Trimble going out there and doing his thing. Jalen Withers as well coming out there and playing pretty big, and got a pretty key putback there, right there at the very end of the first half when Duke was starting to gain some momentum.
He had 3 real nice putbacks. A block that led to a run out. I thought out of the bench players, I thought Jalen Withers really gave you the most tonight.
Yeah,
this was
this
was a big time game for Jalen.
Right, and I feel like, and maybe you think the same thing. I feel like that when it comes to players off the bench, each night, outside of Trimble, we know him, but outside of Trimble, you're talking about different guys each night. Different guys are giving you what you need in order to win basketball games. And it feels like that's what we're consistently getting. What do you see out of that?
I mean, I think going forward, especially when you get to the NCAA tournament, it's other guys are going to have the opportunity, because I don't know how much you had, how much you was able to watch, or how closely you was able to watch. But Duke really, their focal point on defense was RJ. They gave RJ no room, no airspace.
Yeah, did a great job on him tonight.
No airspace for RJ. Those 9 points he 100% earned. So when they take that away, then somebody else has got to step up. And I think they really tried to key in on RJ, and they threw different looks at Mondo. Sometimes Filipowski would front him, and they'd have like a weak side defender, ready to come over if they tried to pitch it over the top. So I mean, it was great to see Cormac and Harrison step up again like they did in the first game. But man, this team is just and I think you can see after Cadeau Elliott picked up his second foul in the first half. Once he picked up that second foul and went to the bench, the offense, that's when, Duke was able to cut into the lead, because the offense just isn't quite as fluid without Cadeau on the floor. When Cadeau's on the floor, even if he's not, breaking people down to score, he can get by anybody at any point in time when he chooses to. Cadeau has a lightning quick first step. And you saw him get by Roach a couple times, and sometimes he passed it, and it led to a turnover when I thought he had a clear path to the rim.
Yeah, definitely.
But everybody says Cormac and Ingram are key. They are key. But I think the real key is going to be how much can Elliott stay on the floor. If Elliott can stay out of foul trouble,
Yeah.
then this team offensively is completely different. And we saw tonight that, Cadeau is improving defensively. Like
Yes, he
he
is.
got that steal earlier, dove on the floor, poked it away, and he didn't take a step or two to try to get to the ball. He poked it away, and his first step was full Superman to recover the ball, and he recovered it, pitched it to Cormac for a wide open three, bang. North
And
Carolina's
he
off and running.
almost had that third steal later in the game. It just happened to get a silly ball, just happened to get
Yeah.
out, and they were ended
Mm-hmm.
up, able to get that last wide open three that they got. I mean, he did great tonight.
Yeah, no, Elliott did fantastic, and I thought that he picked up one cheap foul on Roach when he grabbed him by the arm. The one foul that I didn't think he deserved is RJ hit his one and only three and got knocked to the floor in the very next play. I think not Cooper Flag, whatever his name is, the other white kid they got coming off the bench.
12 or 15.
12 maybe 12.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I remember the name though.
Well, anyway, he shot the three and Cadeau blocked it, but they called a foul. The very next
Oh
play,
yeah.
and I'm like, what is? So I mean, I didn't think that was. And the biggest foul call that was never called is the blatant Tripopowski that
Oh
Flip
my
did on
God, bro.
Harrison English.
No,
A la
wait.
Grayson
He
Allen.
tripped him. He tripped him, right? Then
Yeah,
he gets up and he's holding his calf like he got hurt.
yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah. No, I saw it.
Tell me what?
No, I saw it. Like
Oh my
he
God.
stuck it, like he looked over to see Ingram was jumping, and then he lifted his leg,
Yeah.
and then gets up like, oh, is this thing asleep? Like come on, bro.
Oh
And
my God.
then later in the game, he gets up, he gets fouled by Mondo, and Mondo like pops him on the jaw, and he's like in the huddle like,
Oh.
ooh,
Oh.
like I was like, oh my God, bro. Like you literally just you literally just tripped one of our players. Like, shut up. You're lucky you just got popped in the jaw and not in the nose. But that's neither here nor there. I really don't care. The best part of that game outside of North Carolina winning is the entire North Carolina basketball team standing in front of the Duke student section, waving by and talking that mess. It was the
No.
greatest
Did you
sight.
see Zayden? Did you see? Now, we all talked about this. Zayden High inside of Cameron Indoor was going to be a treat to watch. And by God, the camera was on him so many times tonight.
Oh,
And he was great, just doing dumb faces. I love that kid already, man.
mm,
I really do. He's going to be awesome, man. Oh, my God. Yeah,
yeah.
this is. Oh, man, I love that dude. But no, I talked about it a little bit in the preview where I thought that Carolina needed a little bit, and it seems like when Elliott is aggressive offensively, there's a stat going on that North Carolina is undefeated when Elliott Cadeau scores 10 points or more. Like he is like the team is undefeated in games that he scores 10 points or more.
10, yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
think tonight you didn't need the 10 points. You need everything that he gave you, defensively, getting out there, getting after guys. I don't think that he was picked on personally. Generally we've been seeing him being picked on by certain teams all throughout the year. Kentucky did it big time. UConn did it big time. A couple other ACC teams did it big time. But he got after it. And yes, he's definitely getting better defensively. You can't just go dribbling the ball around him. A good team beat bad refs tonight. I don't know. I personally, I don't know. I felt like, it was officiated all right. There was a couple things I didn't like. But going back
Yeah,
to Cadeau,
they really didn't have a
he
terrible
came
night.
out and he gave you everything this team needed. He did make a couple of those freshmen should still be in high school, problems where he was driving and then he would just try to kick out at the last second. And, you don't want to see that. I'm sure he understood that. You could see it on his face like, yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that stuff he'll work out. Definitely now that we're in,
Yeah, I think he was a
we're
little
in,
frustrated
yeah, we're in mini Q
after that
basketball
third
time.
foul. Yeah, I mean, it's one and done from here on out. I mean,
Yes.
North Carolina could legitimately play 11 more basketball games, or North Carolina could play 2 more basketball games.
Yeah. And we'll see what they do. Personally, I think this team is prime for something here. But I do like what Cadeau's giving you. I like that he's stepping up when RJ. They did a great job on RJ tonight. They made sure
I mean,
nothing
they
wide
did.
open at
Hmm.
all, and RJ went out there and got what he could get, and he made the most of every shot he put up tonight because he didn't try and force it. That's something
Oh,
that
whoa,
you got to
no,
think
no,
about
no.
that.
He took a he took one awful like transition in the group in the middle, like
Yeah, I did.
two
Yeah,
players.
you're right.
That
You're
that
right.
was
I did
that
not
was
like
one of the
that.
worst shots that he's taken in a long time. That was like
Yeah,
circa 2023 season, RJ.
yeah, that looked like a Caleb Love in transition
Yeah,
from last year,
but I
dump
mean,
three.
but he was at up until that point, he had really been bottled up, and I think he
Hmm.
just saw like he saw a little bit of daylight, and he's like, well, this is my team. I got to get mine. I want to help the team. So I mean,
Yeah,
I don't blame him, but that was, you know, I'm sure hindsight being 2020, he's going to look at that like, yeah, I probably just should have pulled down that.
right, right, absolutely. And I feel like, a guy. Think about this: a guy like R.J. Davis, right? Clearly, in my opinion, and I think the opinion of many people, ACC Player of the Year
It's got
by
to be.
far, in my
It's got to
opinion.
be.
Absolutely. I mean, I understand Salas from Wake Forest has had a great season and everything, but nothing like RJ Davis.
Well,
This
up until
guy
the
has
night,
been
they've
on a
lost three in a
heater
row.
every. Say what now?
I said up until the night, Wake Forest has lost 3 in a row. They won the night,
That
but
is
before
true.
that,
Yeah.
after they beat Duke, they lost their
Yeah.
next 3 games. Notre Dame, Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
somebody else,
Uh,
and they beat somebody or not.
right. But you would think a guy like that having the season that he's having, everything going through him. Oh, he's going to try and just do whatever. But no, he knew that okay, they're they're attacking me tonight, and I've got to do what I can do to get this team going. So he was a willing passer. He did what
Mm-hmm.
he could, and he gave what he knew he could give. And outside of that, he was just giving. You don't see that much in basketball general. I don't care if it's college or the pros or really any profession. For these young players out here playing, they're like, oh, well, I'm the best. I'm the man. It should go through me, and we'll just live and die on that. Whatever. He bought in tonight and he gave the team what he could and understood like, hey, tonight's probably not going to be my night. I'm going to give it up. And if I get something, I'll take it then, but only
Mm-hmm.
till that point. I absolutely love that from that guy. And I hope we can see that. And, Elliot Cadeau, I feel like he's come in with the right attitude. Hubert Davis is preaching the right attitude in the locker room, in practice each and every week. And in my opinion, man, Hubert Davis is he's I think he's going to be pretty good for this team long
Got to
term.
be coach ACC Coach of the Year. Who else?
Absolutely.
Can't say it's Scott
Absolutely.
Forbes or not Scott
Nope.
Forbes. That's the baseball team's coach. Whatever his name is
Hey, did baseball
over
win
at
tonight?
wait they did four
Sweet.
7-2. But I mean, yeah, I mean, one thing we haven't even mentioned. This team is the outright ACC regular season champion.
Yeah.
That's another banner that's going to be hung in the Smith Center. Mondo's finally getting a banner hung in the Smith Center.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, that's one.
Chance for
RJ
two more.
RJ should be a surefire lock for ACC Player of the Year. That'll get his jersey in the white. Yeah, I think the blue. If your name's in blue, that's front row. That's like National Player of the Year. And
Yeah.
honestly, if it wasn't for 7'4", 400 pounds, can just walk and pretty much just lift his hand up and put the ball in the basket. Zach Edey over at Purdue, I think RJ Davis could potentially had a shot at the National Player of the Year. Unfortunately, there's there's no way they're not going to give, the 7'4" can stand on the ground and reach his hand over the top of the rim player,
Yeah, yeah,
the
he's
National
to
Player of the Year.
me he's good enough to do that, but outside of that, just don't see anything out of that kid personally. They,
Yeah,
you know, last year, and I mean they were the second number one team ever to lose to a 16 seed, and he had a horrible night and guarded by people that just shouldn't have had any business. I mean, he was even guarded by like a 6'9" power forward the other night and was just getting dominated. But that's just neither here nor there. But any closing thoughts on North Carolina and Duke, and then we'll get to a question that we have here in the chat.
no, it's a good day to be a Tar Heel. It's always nice to beat them boys in Durham. Uh, that's a season sweep after they got the season sweep last season.
This coaching battle's
So
tied at 2.
we got our get rights this year. Honestly, I think that that team in Durham is honestly I think they're on the softer side. I think they're a little too cute for their own good. I mean, I don't know, man.
Got a guy playing around with fingernail paint. You might
Yeah.
be
Well, I
right.
mean, outside the fingernail paint, that. I mean, he can shoot the ball, blah blah. But man, there's not a lot of fight in that team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're that's they are kind of tissue paper soft.
Charmin.
And they kind of Charmin soft. Now that being said, I don't know. Clemson. I think Clemson is going to have a say so in the ACC tournament. Because that Scheffler and the PJ Hall, whatever it is,
Yeah,
School Hall, whatever his name is.
that Joe Girard kid too can shoot the lights
Oh
out.
yeah, I forgot about Joe Girard. He just has an affinity for orange, or
Yeah,
whatever. I think they're going to have a say so. Hopefully they're on. North Carolina will now be the number one seed. Maybe Clemson will have to go through Duke, and if we do play Clemson, it'll be for the chip. Um,
be good to get a game back on them.
yeah, that'd be the road match. But if we do see him again, it's hard to beat a team three times in a row. It really is.
Yes.
It's not done. It's not done. It'll be on a neutral floor. But yeah, you know, I don't think North Carolina's ever won the ACC tournament and won the national championship. I don't think that's ever happened. So if you want them to lose one, this is you want them to go out in the ACC tournament. Uh, but yeah, go Heels, go to hell Duke. Uh, Salute ACC regular season champions.
You're good at this, bro.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Good job, brother. I like the way you close that out right there. I personally, I think, what we saw tonight is the North Carolina team that we could potentially see going forward. Not saying Cormac's going to score 30 every game from here on out, but a team that's going to fight. It's going to be hard to beat, and a team that's going to give you everything: the grit, the tenacity, the ability to have any player on the court go out there and just boogie on you. I like what they're doing. I like the way Hubert's playing and coaching this team. I like the way he can get this team up, and no matter what situation this team is going into, they're going to fight you tooth, nail, and claw. And even the games against better talent, the UConn and the Kentucky, you could have said that, hey, a couple things go right, you beat Kentucky. You went out there and fought against a hard UConn team, and ultimately the better team wins. But it's going to take everything you got to beat this Carolina team, no matter where they are. Home, away, neutral site, doesn't matter. It's going to take everything you've got to go beat this team. So I absolutely love the way the Carolina Tar Heels are looking going in to the ACC tournament starting next week. Potentially, we have, maybe we can go out and hang another banner. Maybe we end up seeing this team again come, this time next week. We'll see how everything goes, but I like North Carolina's chances in the ACC. In my opinion, it's their ACC to lose. I just think they're the best team, hands down. And now, we know for sure there ain't going to be no sharing, no regular season
No,
sharing of the
they
title.
we
No, 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 no. That
oh
is
here's a
straight Carolina's and Carolina's own.
every year that North Carolina has had the opportunity to win the outright ACC regular season championship, and it came down to the last game against Duke. North Carolina is undefeated in that situation.
We're greedy.
It's good times to be Tar Heels, baby.
All right, we're gonna go to a couple questions right here into the chat. This is the first time we've ever done this, and if you have any questions, put them in there.
Sure.
We will answer them. We're gonna enjoy this. All right, so first up, Craig Foster. I remember you watching the watch party that I did for the North Carolina Notre Dame game just a few days ago, and you did ask this question. I don't know if you heard my response or not, but I did give you one, but I'll answer it for you again. It says, I asked the other night, but what team was your favorite 2009 for me? I said 2017 because that's really the first team for me that I kept an eye on for real. I had watched a little bit of 2016. I really wasn't I was getting into sports, and Alan can attest to this. I was really getting into sports around 2014, 15, and 16. Then 17 really got it kind of started for me in North Carolina, even though I never rooted against them or anything like that. I just never kept up with them like that. And ever since then, I've kept a really close eye on them, probably more now than I ever have. And Alan, what's for you?
Oh, well, I liked. Well, I can't remember the year that Kendall Marshall got hurt against Creighton. That was
Oh, wasn't that dadgum?
12 maybe
I was about to say 12 or 11.
11 and 12. But it's close between there. That team was about as close to the 2009 team as we've seen. That 2019 was just 100% dominant. That's a great team. But with the team that got my fandom started, kicked off, and that's always going to be the '05 team. Sean May, Raymond
Yeah.
Felton, the guy that shall not be named that's really making a fool of himself here lately on the interwebs.
No joke.
Marvin Williams. I mean, it doesn't get Deion Thompson doesn't get no better than that '05 team.
Yeah, absolutely great team. And Appalachian Gaming really quickly says, do you have any thoughts on Kyle Filipowski tripping RJ? I don't know if you're talking about Harrison. I don't if
Yeah,
if
that's
Filipowski did trip RJ. I didn't see it,
no.
but
He didn't trip RJ. He blatantly tripped Harrison.
yeah, Harrison.
I mean, he was laying on the ground, literally looked up and saw Harrison was like getting ready to hop over him, and Filipowski was like clearly laying on the ground for attention, and just the same leg
he turned
that
his head and raised his leg.
the same leg that got obliterated and broken in 10 different places by the Wake Forest fan. He was able to somehow muster the strength to lift off the ground to trip Harrison Ingram. And then
And by
act
the
like
way,
he stepped
got to
in a
give
puddle
credit
of
to
sweat.
Duke Medics, man. Duke Medics, after a gruesome injury like that, to get him going, man, God bless him.
I mean, is it stem cells? Alien blood.
What is it, HGH or something?
Does he just did they just do like some Captain America type stuff to him? I don't know.
Hey, maybe that's
Maybe
why all them 5-stars are going over there, man. Hey, like, hey, we can hop you up with drugs. You'll be all right.
maybe he's working on like this new prosthetic, that we just don't know about, and they had to amputate it. Maybe, who knows?
Oh my God!
I guess we'll never know.
It's drugs, bro. As you can see, Zion's drugs are wearing off. That's why he's falling off as bad as he is. But it'll happen, man. Paolo Banchero's next, bro. He's gonna be losing that stuff pretty soon. But hot dog, man. Absolutely a fun time tonight. If you're a North Carolina fan, go to hell, Duke, baby. It is always so good to say that. I can't wait. I'm walking into work on Monday with a broom in my hand. you don't believe me, just wait. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna have. I gotta go sweep some guys off before we go into work, bro. Because, good Lord, we heard so much from them last year, especially one. We heard so much from him last year. I mean, we haven't said anything to him this year. Not a thing, nothing. And
I sent.
oh man, I finally got to get my get back.
I sent Cam some brooms a little while ago.
He say anything back?
Nah, he didn't say nothing back. I don't mess with it. I don't mess with his brother anymore.
No, really? Because boy,
I don't. No, Cam. You know, me and Cam's pleasant about it. I know last year, after last year, when this basketball season started, he said, "You want to bet?" And he was like, "You want to bet?" And that Duke sweeps North Carolina this season. I was like, "Bro, that's not happening. It's not happening." You know.
You're right.
North Carolina gets the sweep. Kyle Filipowski sweeps the leg. Whatever.
Just in time for WrestleMania season, bro. Put him out there.
In time.
Put him out there.
If Kyle Filipowski can't make it in the NBA, maybe he can make it in the WWE.
That's it, man. They bringing in guys left and right. You never know, man. But all right, we're gonna get out of here, man.
After this season, I wouldn't be surprised if he come back for a junior year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He go get. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't surprise me at all. Get him paired up with Cooper Flag and whoever that Diamba boy is that they're bringing in over there. But hey, we're going to call it tonight. We absolutely appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us in the live stream tonight. North Carolina gets the big win in Cameron Indoor Stadium in front of the most coveted Coach K. We never let him down. We don't. We just don't let him down, man. He is our biggest. It's like he's our biggest supporter outside of Roy, man. I really wish Roy was in that building tonight. Good freaking.
I don't. Who knows what would have happened to poor Roy in that building?
Yeah, he probably would have been heckled a whole bunch. He should have sat next to Coach K. Let him sit next to Coach K the whole time. That would be great. Hey, just like old times, buddy. I'm just elbowing him.
Did you see that Cormac kid? What you think?
Oh, man. I absolutely love this. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching through us on X. Be sure and go to our full X page or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Click the link, go to the YouTube page, subscribe, hang out with us, and we will have an absolute great time. But one quick shout out. Do the Tar Heels still have a shot at the number 1 seed? I don't think so.
Oh, 100% they do. You can't tell me. Tennessee is Joe Lunardi. Oh, my God. Don't even get me started on Joe Lunardi. Joe Lunardi's got Tennessee as the 4th number 1 seed, and they just got knocked out of the SEC tournament by Kentucky. And we blew out Tennessee by 30. Come on, man. Don't even get me started.
We'll see. I don't know because I don't
North
trust
Carolina
Joe Lunardi,
is
and Joe Lunardi's going to find some reason. I don't like that kid. So
undeniable. North Carolina is undeniable. North Carolina about to Thanos this world.
Oh my God, man! All right, let's get out of here on that. Oh me. Hey, what? Hold on a second. I think I found something here. What did you say about Carolina's chances?
Whose chances?
On Carolina's chances in the number 1 seed?
Undeniable.
Hot take.
I ain't done that in a while. I had to do it. All right, man. Let's get out of here.
That's unfortunate because that didn't say anything. That just showed me with a stupid carp, looking like a carp. No, just a.
Oh, really? I had the audio play. Hopefully, the audio played for you guys there because that was awesome. Because that's one of Alan's finer moments there. All right,
hot
man.
Take.
We'll clip that one and use it. Screw it. Why not? All righty, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go support us down there. We love having fun with you guys. We got spring football coming up, but it's always a great
week,
day
10 days
to be a Tar Heel. What's up?
March 18th, I think Mac Brown has his first availability, and I think 19th spring practice starts.
Yeah, dude, we're rolling into it, man. It's great stuff, bro.
one season's is coming to a close. You know, the next one, the next one fires up.
That's right, baby. And really quickly before we go, the last thing I want to tell you guys right before we go, real quick, this is important, so listen up here. All throughout the country, everybody is always talking these days, especially about college realignment. We saw it all across the country. The Pac-12 has gone down to the Pac-2, the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12. Everybody's blowing up left and right. The conversations about the ACC and who's going to leave if Florida State can break out. All this good stuff is all fun and gravy, and we absolutely love it. But there is a new form of realignment that is getting ready to start being talked about all across the country. There's already been some hints of it, and the Hill brothers are right in the heart because I can officially welcome you all to College Podcast Realignment. Even though the Tar Heels haven't moved yet, the Hill brothers have. And in April, we can't wait to finally showcase all of this for you. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. We think you all are going to love it. And I got a little bit of a sneak peek for you. But before we go, thank you for watching. We really do appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to like and comment, subscribe, and hang out with us. We absolutely love this. And as always, go to hell, Duke.
Go to hell, Duke.
You don't want none!